Good evening, everybody. Apparently, we're gonna just talk over each other this evening. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. We are back after the holidays, and we are gonna start up with a favorite around here. It's gonna be COTA this evening. How y'all doing? Sorry y'all had to miss a week without racing.
It's okay. We went real riding instead.
Yeah. Some of y'all did. On the other hand, I don't own a jet ski, so I was not out at COTA this weekend.
Yeah, I gotta say, Saturday at COTA was legitimately horrendous. Super rainy. I mean, people out there on full reins were still just floating off the track.
Yep, and we had a couple of folks that had some nice wrecks here and there, so this weekend was a little rough. I wasn't interested in being out there.
Okay, luckily.
Yeah, I just wasn't interested in being out there 50 degrees and wet. I'm good without that, thanks.
Sunday was beautiful. It stopped raining Saturday night, and the track really came in after lunch. I did a session before lunch. It was pretty wet. It was more just, okay, maybe this is an opportunity to work on lines. I mean, I was doing some passing up in level 3, and we were still running like 320s.
Yeah.
So the track was wet, it was green, and then coming in the session right after lunch, boom, we hit it, and it was fantastic.
So, for those interested in the actual race that's going on today, we'll of course be starting up with our usual Moto 3 first thing in the evening. We'll see who all we have in this evening. Looks like Mr. Bear managed to make it out. Smacks, Baird Bichon, Mr. Rocha, Mr. Key Voss is with us. He has actually changed his gamer tag his gamer tag to match his Twitch ID. Ooh, for some reason I'm not getting audio correctly from people either.
See,
I know it's
going off in the computers.
I know. I managed to screw everything up somehow or another.
So there's a couple really important things I'm going to be looking for to see if they got right or wrong in GP20, or see which year of the track they're trying to replicate.
Oh, yeah. Which bumps have they got in this time?
Yeah, so I mean, they fixed a lot of stuff at COTA. They fixed the big bumps around 16, 17, 18. I mean, that is just a gorgeous corner now. But they added bumps at the apex of 1 and 12.
Yeah.
I mean, big bumps. You come down off a ledge in 12.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. That really sounded bad too. Coming off the end of that straight is just that's just kind of a terrifying sound. Here, you're gonna have a nice big drop.
Yeah, dude, it's literally at the apex too. It's not like, I'm kind of turned in. It's the maximum lean angle you're gonna be carrying.
Oof. Yeah, that's not a good choice there. They might want to fix that. Of course, I wonder if the attitude was, we're not going to have GP here this year. Who cares? They aren't going to run it.
It could be.
It's entirely possible. Oh, man. And my audio is just behaving wonderfully this evening. Thank you, OBS.
Sounds about right.
Yes. Thank you, OBS. I appreciate this. Let me figure out things to throw at you. Now come on.
Hector here looking pretty strong on lines. I mean, it's right where he needs to be. So, and he's wildcarding with us tonight. So, whoa, if somebody just blows that corner behind. What was that? I guess that was 20 if he's up on the front straight.
Yeah, so far we're waiting for somebody to set a lap, and it looks like Rocha might be our first guy out to do that. We'll see how he looks here.
I'm still mad at him right now. He didn't come out and ride.
Oh, you poor guy. I think you'll manage to live somehow.
I won't.
And who is Hectorpedo?
He's a wild card with us tonight.
Alrighty. New one that we have.
I don't think I've seen him.
I don't think I've seen him in anything before, so good to see a new guy out with us. Of course, we got Mertz back and Nick J's out there as well. So we'll see what we get here. Rocha did, in fact, put down the first time for the evening, put down a 227.1. That is not a bad start for Moto 3 at all.
No, it's really not.
Considering us mortals to carry a 2.5, wind up having to ride a leader bike or something crazy in most cases. So we'll see how this winds up looking.
I want to see some data here from our racers of what speeds they're hitting on these Moto 3 bikes.
Yeah, these guys will probably not be slow. I'm pretty damn sure of that.
Well, it's pure curiosity for me at this point because these bikes tend to be at least fairly accurate to what we actually see out of them.
Yeah.
And well, I just want to compare them to my personal crap. Oh, here we go. Here's the back straight.
Yeah, you can see here Mr. Golden.
Okay, it is miles an hour.
Yep, Mr. Golden has his set up in freedom units. Just over 10 minutes remaining in qualifying.
He's already gone faster than my CBR 600.
Yeah, that's faster than my Ducati will hit.
So it was the first time I had run a GPS lap timer at COTA, and my bike tops out at a whopping 139.5 miles an hour.
Oh, that's screaming. Positively screaming. But bro, I thought your 600 did 180.
No, dude. I put the stretch kit on there, and it does 200.
Oh, okay.
It rips past our ones on the highway.
All right. I figured. Just making sure. Just verifying that. Yeah, at 180, it still feels like it's got more to go, bro. Boy, you want to talk about...
I was scared. I had to back out of it, man.
You want to talk about optimism. That's that stupid new van I just bought. 70. Like, you've got it to the floor, it's done, 70 miles an hour, but the speedometer reads to 120. That is optimism. That is incredible optimism. Do what?
What's it, limited?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it gets to 70 and it's just like, no, I'm done, dude. There is nothing left. But I'm obviously not running it around COTA, so not a tremendous concern there.
You know, the funny thing for me is where they draw those lines sometimes. My truck limited at 101 miles an hour.
Some gentleman's agreement with somebody.
Yeah, not 100, not 99, 101.
Yeah, for some reason they did a similar thing with my GTI. Apparently those from the factory are limited at like 139, but if you take the governor off, they'll do 149, and it's like, what was the point of that? You cut 10 miles an hour off the top. Boy, that made it safe.
It makes no sense.
So far, Mr. Smacks, who we were just watching there, puts down a 222.4, putting him at the top of the board for the moment. A little over 4 seconds ahead of Rocha. And Mr. Dickinson, that's Hades, calling on Voss to win. Very possible. Voss still sitting in the pits, though. I don't think... Oh, okay. He is out now. All right. Never mind. There he is on my screen. I had to look over. I'm like, well, wait a second. Where is he at? So we're waiting on, let's see, Keys put down a time, putting him 7 seconds behind Smacks. Bichon now 4 seconds behind Smacks. Not looking too bad there out of the gate. Craig, I don't think we'll kick Voss for not winning. We'll figure out some suitable punishment for him.
I think Craig's just trying to get Voss out of his way.
Yeah, I think that's what he is. I want to win this league. I don't want that man in my way. So we have yet to see a time out of Bear or Baird or Voss or Mertz or Jay or Torpedo. Yes, the race starts at, let's see here, I'd say about 8 minutes from now.
So do you think Hector's running spoon engines and a Motec system exhaust?
I am not sure.
Race direction laughed. That's all I needed.
I hope the audio is coming through on the stream. As I said earlier, my audio preview for some reason is broken as hell right now. So I'm counting on meters. I'm counting on meters to tell me things are working.
Meters. Philip Patterson asks, when is the race? We are going to be live for the race in 6 minutes and 14 seconds.
Yeah, that's why I was answering there. He was asking about our time.
I didn't even hear you mention it.
Yes, I know. You pay so much attention.
Your words mean nothing to me.
I can tell. So Mertz puts down 9.3 seconds behind Hectorpedo, coming out and setting first at a 2:18.8. Good God. What is this with these wild cards that show up out of nowhere and fly? You got no game volume. Okay. All right. Something's going wonky with game volume today. I am not sure what's up with it because it's telling me it's sending it.
I blame Hines.
I have no idea what to blame tonight.
But that's our default, right? Blame Hines? They're kind of like Canada?
Maybe.
Blame
Canada. Let me see here.
So, looking at the track here, I suppose it makes sense that it's modeled after the 2019 track. But it looks smoother than it was in 2019.
Well, it's because, they advertised a GP game, not a motocross game, so I figured they decided to give people a smooth track.
Hey, man, I saw Suzuki win on a motocross track out here in 2019, so
it's entirely
it should have
possible.
been a hint that Suzuki was going to take it. Craig, we're Southern E-Racing League on Twitch. However, it's being streamed from the same source, so I doubt it's a Facebook thing.
Yeah, it's probably not just a Facebook issue. We are probably having audio issues this evening, which I apologize for. I am not sure what's going on. I may have to restart OBS here in a bit.
Oh, that would break the stream.
It would, but I have no way to bring back audio that I can find thus far. It has decided to behave poorly this evening.
Well, we should hold off on that for as long as possible.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for first race to be over before I mess with that.
We're hearing no audio issues on Twitch. Marcus Smith is also saying he can hear the game. It's just really low in the mix.
Okay. All right. I can bring
it. Philip's saying the same now.
Okay.
You have fixed it.
I didn't change anything. I don't know what would make it work now, but okay. Yeah, the only problem I'm having
Tony's stream also just started working, so that's a plus.
Hey. So we are sitting at...
and we have Mr. Turner with the appropriate name.
So 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in qualifying. Hectorpedo showing a good standing here. He has not been pushed off the top yet. We'll see if Voss can do it. It looks like he's the main one within spitting distance. Baird and Jay have yet to set times. Hopefully they will. Because you'd be ashamed to find yourself stuck at the back by default there, guys.
I didn't see Jay set a time over this weekend as well. I did see a chain fly off on the back straight, and I thought it was him, but it wasn't him.
That's just... I don't know, man. We can't keep blaming him forever for those.
No, dude, I am blaming him forever for that. That's great.
So Voss looking very good on this lap, showing a personal best for the first section, looking group best through second and third sections. He's looking good here.
He's looking strong.
Coming into 19, yeah, he's looking very nice there.
If you ask Abbott, it's because he's on that Ducati. So Brandon's got 2 days left on that 30-day ban. I'm going to go ahead and start reporting his content from months ago.
And Voss manages to take first with a 2:17.6, putting him 1.1 seconds ahead of Hector. A very, very nice lap. And meanwhile, Mertz sitting at 8.7 seconds back. I know we've seen better performances out of him previously, so hopefully he'll catch up. Mr. J setting himself 2 seconds off of Voss, good enough to put him on the front row currently. And with only
There's
about
a good lap here too.
Yeah, with only about 1:15 remaining, we may not have too much more churn in our standings here.
This is kind of their final chance.
Yep. You're out there now, by God, get it done.
Call the game warden, Nick. I'll get right on that, Brandon. Well, we needed it for the turtle that was on the track. Yes, that happened.
Bear puts himself in 4th, 3.2 seconds off of 1st.
So, Philip, to participate in these races, go ahead and look for our group on Facebook, Southern E-Racing League. From there, you'll be able to talk with all of us here at Race Direction and the other racers, and we'll get you a spot in here. Definitely, we've got some space for wild cards. It's Hector Pito's first race in here with us, so there's usually some room. Come on, and we'll fit you in for next week.
So, just right at 10 seconds remaining in qualifying. Of course, everybody will be able to finish up a lap if they're on it. There we go. Baird puts himself down 4.7 seconds off of the lead, which will give him good enough for the moment to be on second row. And Jay having a really great lap. Manages to bring himself to 1.72 seconds off of first. Not enough to move him up, but that was a decent lap.
He's been doing absolutely fantastic at Moto 3 and 2, I suppose, this year. He's really picked up his game.
Yeah, he has. I mean, it's definitely been noticeable. I suspect somebody's either started Zen meditation or found his rhythm. Either way, whatever he's doing seems to be working for him. He needs to keep it up. Brandon, I don't care what you say. I ain't going to bother censoring it. I mean,
I respect the First Amendment.
So we're waiting on the last of our guys to finish up their laps. Of course, it looks like we have Voss, Max, Baird. Rocha is out on the track, but it looks like his lap was invalidated. So I don't think he'll get a chance to move his lap time down any further.
Well, they don't like when you rip lines of coke down the straight.
Yeah, that kind of makes them angry.
It's a little frowned upon by the marshals.
Or maybe it was invalidated. It's still showing his lap here.
Sure maybe the marshals in the party.
Yeah. And we are just about done here. It looks like...
Look at Voss.
Rocha manages to move himself down into 6th. Not a bad jump there. 4.7 seconds off. Voss, oh my God, showing group bests.
Voss is on fire.
God. He's decided first place isn't good enough. He'd like first place with extra credit, please, teacher.
Whoever's in front of them, they're better get out of the way.
Oh! You're about to hear a little bit.
19?
About
19?
to hear a little.
Don't hold him up in 20. Come on, don't hold him up in 20. I want to see what he can do.
Oh, just draft it. And yeah, it puts himself at a 217.1. With Hector, wow. We've got ourselves on the front row. We've got our wild card for the evening. Jay manages to put himself on the front row. Very nice performance there. Smacks, Bear, and Baird going to be on your second row. Then Rocha, Key, and Bichon on your third row. And Mertz rounding out the pack. So that'll be your standings, I believe, for the first race of the evening. Unless I don't think there was anything. There's no penalties get applied after qualifying in 20, right?
I'm not going to lie and act like I know.
Yeah, I don't remember if it does that or not. I don't know if there's any plan to do so either.
Hey, I can see my bike parked from there.
Yeah. Alrighty, as we've got What is it? Do we do a 2-minute now? Oh my God, I've forgotten about how we changed it this season.
Yes, I believe they're doing 2 minutes
Yes.
for setup.
Okay, so we have a 2-minute for racers to do final setup. They can do gear changes, suspension changes, whatever else they need to do. And then we will get to it. And for those who are joining us now, this weekend it wasn't COTA as a track. It was a lake. There was plenty of people riding in the lake this weekend.
Saturday was a lake. Sunday was fantastic.
Y'all can have that cold shit. I don't want any of
Only road you will ever see the third row.
Damn!
Oh.
Savage. The savages are out in the comments tonight. I don't mind, though. Makes it more fun that way. So we are waiting for everybody to finish up configs here. It looks like most of our guys are ready. We got about 4 of them left waiting to make their decisions. Yeah, that actually that is it.
Don't just show them up, man.
I mean, that is actually why we moved it to the timing we're using now. You know, we are in the off season so that the big boys aren't stealing our thunder. Or I guess if we want to flop it out on the table here, we could say, well, you know, we don't want to steal their thunder.
Marquez ain't got nothing on me. I got 2 arms.
Yeah, exactly. Looking like a zombie with that floppy arm. Can't even open a window.
Can't even open a window.
Greatest of all time, can't even open a window. Mr. J commenting, wouldn't it be hilarious if my chain came off on the game? I am hoping 21 will have that as a potential failure mode.
You know, Jay, the only thing I'm upset for you is the other guy that lost his chain did it 10 feet in front of me. You couldn't have done it right in front of me, so I don't have that mental picture. I'm upset with you.
Oh, well. So here we go, folks. This will be the start of our first race of the evening. This is going to be Moto 3 at COTA on the Xbox. Hope y'all are looking forward to it as much as I am.
Love how the BMW is the pace car, even though BMW doesn't compete in GP.
Oh, well. Their loss. Right up there with Kawasaki.
Oh!
Oh, my! An immediate wreck by Mertz.
What happened?
Looked like an ass pack gone wrong there.
Oh, tossing it in turn 1.
Oh, yeah. That is the... oh, my God. That was Voss taking the newbie line out of turn 1.
You mean the Ducati line?
Ha! Hey, I haven't taken that. So
It's
currently...
not a real Ducati.
Leave me alone. It's real enough for me. So Jay breaking out early and managing to take the lead here in Moto 3. Good start for him. We'll go ahead and take a look in the middle of the pack here. Looking from Smack's perspective, just behind Bear. Dickinson calling for Voss to be kicked now for that horrid performance in turn 1. We'll give him time to...
Brandon with that shitty comment.
Brandon doesn't know anything. It's the reason he's not here commentating tonight. He decided he just didn't know enough.
Well, he had enough fun, you know, riding a 600 for once in his life. He told me he wants to sell the Cowie now and he wants to get a 600.
There you go.
The weirdest thing.
So we're going to go ahead and give Voss time to try and redeem himself. Ooh, Smacks very... Oh, wow!
Oh!
Wow, that was some turn 12 action. Baird went flying out and falls down the rankings. And we currently have Key chasing down Jay up front. Smacks back in third behind them with Rocha close on his tail. It's shaping up to be an interesting evening.
That's spicy already.
Yeah, that is pretty spicy. You can see here, looking at Rocha, sitting back and forth, coming through 20. Ooh, and he is all over Smacks. Key and Jay, meanwhile, are starting to stretch out that lead a little bit. We'll see if that changes coming into turn 1. Ooh, Rocha very aggressive, taking the Josh Herron line over 1 there, trying to catch air. And that's going to push him back a little bit. The loss of grip seems to have cost him a little bit of time there.
But he'll earn style points.
As a matter of fact, Voss all over him coming into the chicanes. And being very aggressive. Ooh, 6 is a hard place to make a pass, though. Oh, my God. That is aggressive as a line through 7, and he gets him into 8. And Rocha just throws him off his timing, and out he goes.
Yeah, well...
And Voss goes off, too.
I'm still saying that's not an aggressive line. That's cutting the track.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
So, to go back to Zachary Morse's comment, after watching Rocha's performance, he does race in real life. I think you guys would be fine with what we're seeing here, if that's any indication. And Brandon, riding an inferior product, yes, the Kawasaki is like riding a brick. Fast brick, but a brick.
So currently you can see Jay continuing to hang on to the lead, and he's starting to stretch it out. 3 seconds ahead of Smacks. You can tell that boy's been putting in the practice. My God.
Hey, man, if you got it.
Yep.
What was he, third in qualifying, yeah?
Yeah, he was front row in qualifying, and then he took advantage of the early mistakes in turn 1. Now, Key has gotten pushed back as Bear and Smacks have moved up in there, but he's still managed to hang on to 4th. Hector, after his great showing in qualifying, finds himself back in 5th. I think he did get caught up in some of what got Voss. And you've got Baird, Deschamps, and Voss is back in 8th after having 2 offs now. I don't know if he continues to be a danger to the rest of the field. I might agree with Dickinson and say we need to kick him.
I don't know, man. I think Rocha's the one that's putting up danger right now.
Yeah, do we need to kick Rocha?
How many turns has he cut?
Oh. Hashtag free Rocha from this race.
Brick, like Brandon says.
There it is.
Ooh, that's close.
Yeah, Voss with Deschamps all over him. Looking good through the twisties there. I think he'll manage to get a little more control over it.
That's pretty tidy through the S's.
Yep, it is. So on board with Bear coming into 10. And we'll see if he can close that lead that Smacks has on him. There is very little chance either of them are going to catch Jay at this point. Look at him. He is just a spot in the distance.
Yeah, he's, that chain's holding him tight.
Those of us that get to ride this track with chains that work have a bit of an advantage. Oh, Hector! With a nice pass on Bear in the straight there. Clearly set up a bit more for speed. Yep. Yeah,
that's what it looks like when you're on a Ducati and Kawasaki's coming at you.
Oh, is that how it goes?
Yeah, Brandon, clip that and send it to Greg for me, please.
Oh, God.
The shenanigans from the weekend haven't ended quite yet.
There must be shit given. It is a rule.
Shenanigans.
Yeah. What are you getting for Christmas, ASO?
Shit. Shit.
No additional shenanigans.
Everyone in the group will give me shit.
Hey, Farfa, what's the name of that place with the goofy shit up on the wall?
Banhammer inbound for Voss. Not yet. We're going to give him a little more time.
I'm going to give him the impression that he's going to score points, and then it happens.
Then he's out. Then he's gone. Psych!
Yeah. Ha! Got him!
Got him! So So you can see here at turn 1, you can see Voss there trying to creep up on Key. And we are on the 4th lap. So if he's going to do something, he needs to start doing it now. He's got over 10 seconds between him and first. Ooh, very nice pass coming into the twisties, but gets passed again. Key with a very nice line through there as well. Manages to hold. Oh, whoa! A little bit of contact coming out of 6. Both of them managed to stay up. I'm calling that one an incident there. Oh, my God, and Bear has an off.
Spoke too soon.
Yep, Bear has an off.
That is unbearable.
That is unfortunate. That's going to put him back to 7th because the pack was actually staying pretty close together there. Yeah. Now we see Dickinson's strategy here. He's looking to get in the opponent's head. It may work.
Just talk smack about Ducati and it'll work.
Oh, that'll do it. Is that how it works? Does Voss get upset when you talk smack about Ducatis?
You know, I don't know, but considering the fact that he's got 1198 SP as his gamer tag now, probably.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they don't have that bike.
Touching all the way through that corner.
Wow, yeah. But looky here. Smacks manages to slip back up under Voss. Voss looking into 15.
Out of there.
Oh, wow. Kind of hard to. 15 is really tricky to get if you take that wide line. There it is. Oh, wow. Both of them around Tower Corner. A little bit of contact.
Is that what we call a little bit?
That is a little bit of contact. I'm going to call that that definitely warrants a warning there. Key, meanwhile, goes down.
Yes. Thank you, Race Direction, for providing the video either with warnings on it or with the grid light still on it. That's that's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Hines is doing with the lights this evening.
Can you tab over to that for a second, Chris?
Yeah, this is
Hines' view. It's nothing he's done wrong. It's just the game.
Oh,
it doesn't get the races started yet.
Is this a GP20 bug? Wonderful.
We're finding one of them right now. It's aesthetic. It is how most of our riders actually go through corners.
This is what Italians think a race looks like.
Oh boy. So we are on the penultimate lap.
Fantastic.
5th lap of the day here. As you can see, yep, there's Baird coming over turn 10. He is currently sitting in 5th, just behind Voss, who is only half a second off of Smacks. You can see here.
Ooh, stepping tail out.
Yep, Voss trying to taste down Smacks and Hector. Coming to the end of the straight here. It's going to be a matter of who's got the bigger balls, who can be later on the brakes. Look at this, and Voss creeps up on him, see if he can get the drive out. He does get a solid drive out, manages to keep...
That's a good line.
Yeah, it is. It's a very nice line. Look at him, right up under Smacks. That is close, but I'm calling that solid racing there. Looking for Hector, forced onto the outside line at 15. Can't make it happen. Smacks comes back up under him. Oh, but Voss with a better drive out of 15. Tower Corner might be as rough as it was last time. No, it isn't. Smacks very tight. Yeah. Here we go. Coming through 19. Oh! That was rough. And Hector going ahead and taking advantage of that momentary contact there to get himself out ahead of Smacks and Voss out of 20. And we are on the last lap.
Final lap.
Yep. Jay continues to dominate, just absolutely destroying it this race. 6.5 seconds ahead of Hector.
I can't even see him up there.
He is gone. He is absolutely gone. I think this is the first race that we have had Jay absolutely disappear on the field. But it's clear that he's starting to get GP20, I think.
Let's keep saying his name for the commentator's curse. Just shut up and let him.
I'd have to switch to his camera as well. Is that how we do it?
Don't.
But I don't want to switch away from this battle here. I mean, this is the battle for the podium right here. Voss, you got to watch out. You're going to lose the podium and get banned.
He's having some creative lines going, oh, there he goes.
Yeah, that was like, I can't believe he managed to stick that one. I was, and it looks like over 10, Smacks is going to manage to, Hector going to manage to stretch out his lead coming into 11. Voss trying to be late on the brakes, but not late enough. Cannot get a good enough drive out. Hector is gone.
Yeah. Voss's bike's been weak on the straights.
Yeah, it has.
With his setup.
Yep.
Why is Hector that far over? That is interesting. Trying to break that draft, maybe.
Maybe he's expecting the bumps on the right side from last year.
Well, nobody really cares about bumps down the straight on a Moto3 bike, but he's probably trying to break that draft.
And that was clean going into 12. I'm sorry, my brain is on the wrong part of the track. Yep.
Coming through 13 here, very difficult corner. Voss early apexed it a little bit. Get that straight drive up.
Voss looking to early apex on 15. Yeah, he was trying to get the drive under for 15. Couldn't quite do it. And now we are talking about Tower Corner.
My favorite.
Yep, it's a long
Check out
sweeper.
how little fuel Voss has left.
Yep, he's going to make it, but barely. He's got it timed out just right. Oh, no. It's going to be close.
There's Jay.
Yep, Jay takes his first win, I believe, of the league. Oh, Voss manages to get on the podium, but we might have to ban him for not winning.
We'll let the commenters decide.
We'll let commenters decide if we ban him for not winning. Hector, our wild card for this race, has a great showing, manages to put himself in second. Good job, sir. Even managed to close a little bit of that distance on Jay at the end. So that was a hell of a good finish to that race. Smacks putting himself 4 seconds back off of Voss. Oh, and after time penalties, Hector probably cutting corners a little bit. That'll put Voss in second. Jay maintains his dominant first on that one.
Good job, Jay.
Yeah, great job. Smacks in fourth, Bear in fifth, Baird in sixth. Why do you two always have to be near each other? Rocha in seventh, Deshaun in eighth, Key in ninth, and Mertz, unfortunately, does not finish. That'll put him in last. So, good start to the evening. That was actually a pretty good Moto3 race. And we are going to take a brief break. And then we will be back with our second qualifying of the evening. That's going to be Moto3 at COTA on the Xbox. Stick with us, folks. Thanks for watching.
Alrighty, folks, we are starting to get back in here, and I'm hearing from race direction some weather's starting to roll in. It's starting to look like COTA did this weekend. Oh my.
A little cloudy right now. We're not
cloudy.
really sure what the weather's going to hold.
Yeah.
Hint, hint.
We'll see how she looks. Hope everybody's having fun this evening. Our first race was actually really good, so if you missed it, you might want to go back and check it out later. It was a very close race in Moto 3 with Nick J taking what I believe is his first win in the league. So, good job for him.
No, fantastic job by Nick J. I mean, he's making leaps and bounds here. He's really getting quick.
Yep, he certainly is. So we are just starting to get over to the track now for our second qualifying of the evening. This is going to be Moto 2 at COTA on the Xbox.
So, and while we're waiting on the game here and looking at a beautiful picture of COTA, God, I love that corner.
I know, right?
Want to take a moment to talk about our sponsors and thank them for setting up these prizes for our racers here. Wood Cycle Country, Moto Orangutan, Motul, Mass Motorsports, and South Central Race Center, specifically with Pirelli. We got some clarification on his contribution, and the winner of MotoGP is going to get a set of Pirelli TDs on the house.
Yep. So we are starting our second qualifying of the evening. How y'all folks doing? Chat is open as always. We had a lot of folks chatting with us earlier. We've actually had one of the fellas that was chatting with us that decides he wants to be a wild card in some of our races coming up. Not obviously this week, but in the future. So thanks for joining. If you're interested in racing, just look us up on Facebook. We are Southern E-Racing League. Oh my. I don't know who that was we just watched go shooting out of 20. It looked interesting.
Wow, 20 is just one of those corners where if you screw it up, you screw it
You're
up.
done. Yeah, you are really done.
That was the corner I came around on the Triumph and about sent myself to the moon last year.
It hung on me for a moment. What was it you were saying? What at the moon?
I about sent myself to the moon around turn 20 last year.
Good old-fashioned moon yeet.
Oof. It was, it was rough. The rear stepped out, then it caught, and I caught my seat with, my calf. I went for a mini toss. It was horrible.
I have seen that happen to a few folks there. That is definitely a turn that, you get into the end of it, you're like, oh, okay, this one's pretty easy, and if you overdo it on the throttle, you will pay for it.
It's a pretty ballsy corner, and you just want to get such good drive out of it to try to get that speed, down that front straight.
Yep, you got that shorter front straight rather than that long back one.
Yep, very different in length. It might feel about the same or look the same from a photo, but I can tell you from experience they are vastly different.
Yep. Well, especially since the end of the front straight, you can be incredibly aggressive because you got gravity working with you to stop you.
Yes.
Coming up into turn 1. But at the same time, turn 1 is super aggressive. It is one of the toughest turns on the course, as far as I'm concerned.
At COTA, if you want to be fast and if you want to win a race, you got to be good on the brakes.
Yep.
It's just so important here.
So we are waiting for our guys to start setting times. I thought it looked like Rocha might set one first again, but I guess he either went back into the pits or had an off.
Not sure.
Yeah, or maybe he just
reset.
reset.
He had a big off.
Oh, there's another off. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
Wow, my streams are really getting delayed on my end.
Yep, watching Dickinson as he's out there. I suppose we have to threaten Dickinson with banning too if he doesn't win. I guess what's good for the goose. But he does put himself down at 208.880 straight out of the gate. Not a bad way to start up, sir.
That's quick.
And aggressively around the outside on one in qualifying. It's not the actual race, sir.
You're right. It's arguably more important.
Looking very good this evening, though. Looking like he's definitely got his lines down and has come out of the gate with the aggression. He's going to throw that gauntlet down and try to play head games as well. So we are at 11 minutes remaining in qualifying. It has definitely been a competitive evening thus far. Waiting for our other racers to put down some times here, but I guess everybody's just been trying to get things sorted. Being just a bit cooler with the clouds.
That's a long track, too. It takes some time to get around to actually get that lap time set.
Yeah, it does. I mean, as you can see at the top of our board, if you're hauling ass, you're just over 2 minutes getting there. Ooh, that tail.
Looks like Boss went down.
Ah! Yeah, that'll be him resetting.
Whoops.
I will guarantee you Dickinson's on comms with him, trying to get in his head still.
He's letting him win at this point.
Yep, that he is.
10 minutes left in qualifying here.
We are waiting for the remainder of the field to put something down here with under 10 minutes remaining.
I believe in you.
It'll work. I believe.
Go fast, don't die.
So Hector setting a section best for the group in the second section and then pulling it into the pits. Not sure exactly what he's going in for. Yeah, not sure exactly what he's going in for. I guess we'll just have to find out. There's Mertz, of course, during the last race. Not quite having one of the better showings we've had out of him, so hopefully he can do a little better here in Moto 2.
Man, did we get this boring during Moto 2? We had we had a little party going on in the chat in Moto 3.
Yeah, everybody's just waiting for the actual race to say something, I'd wager. That or they were just excited to see the first racing in a while.
It has been a while.
Yeah, it has. It's been 2 weeks. So everybody just excited to see it. And of course, there isn't real GP anymore at this point.
You know, the haters would say that there was no GP at all this year.
Hey, haters are Marquez fans that are upset he didn't get to ride it all? Is that who we're talking about here?
It doesn't count if Marquez isn't in it. Got a little bit like that in my head. It's the same ones that I saw actually crying at COTA last year.
Oh, God. Yeah, I saw a couple of those girls. And the actual schedule, do we have that posted somewhere?
We should have it posted on the Facebook page. I've got it on my computer here. If we don't, we'll have to get it up and post it.
We do need to get that up there. Generally, we are Mondays at 7, unless it is an off week.
30.
7:30, excuse me. See, we got another one of them that thinks Mark's the real goat. Because goats can't open windows.
Philip, I welcome you, but you ain't gonna last long here with that attitude.
we do make Marquez fanboys angry around here. Cue the wreck pictures. 7 minutes remaining in qualifying. And for some reason, the rest of the field has yet to put down a time. What happened to Dickinson's time? I thought he... Yeah, okay. All right. I'm sorry. I forgot that I'm looking at the wrong screen. Oh, the time doesn't show on that one. There we go. Now I found the one with actual times on it. I have so many screens in front of me. So currently Mertz sitting 9.5 seconds back off of Dickinson. Rocha managing to put himself now 5.2 seconds off. Key 10.2 seconds back. So people starting to put in times. There we go. Smacks putting himself 3 seconds back. And we'll see as the rest of the field starts to put some times in here. Hector showing 2 group bests through the first couple sections. Maybe he's about to catch up to Voss. Jay, meanwhile, after his great showing in Moto 3, hasn't put down a time quite yet. Ooh, that's Dickinson having an off. Mertz, meanwhile, manages to move his time down a bit. Only about a second or two, though, so still leaves him pretty far back off the pole. Still, for the moment, that is good enough to put him on the second row. I think the new shade of gray that they use by default for marking times in 20, I think it doesn't show up very well. That's part of why I'm unable to see it a lot of times. Oh, Marquez having the most championships? I don't think it's going to happen. I think that arm injury was far worse than he and his team have tried to let on. I suspect that he has the nerve damage that everybody was concerned that he might have. He definitely lacks the strength in that arm. I don't think he's going to be the same after missing an entire season and coming back with nerve damage and having all the issues he's had with that arm. I don't think you're going to see another championship out of him. If you do, it'll be luck, but I don't think he's going to go for that big number. What is it, 10 he'd have to go for or something like that? I don't think it's going to happen. I think the guy cut his career short. I really think that's what's going on here. So Hector putting himself 0.168 seconds off of Dickinson. A good showing out of our wild card for the evening. Dude is definitely looking fast. Still waiting for Voss, Baird, Bear, and Bichon and Jay to put down times. They do have 3.5 minutes remaining, but with how long this track is, they need to go ahead and get their asses out there if they want to get it done. Dickinson laying down a very solid first section. Voss also looking good. Looking like both of them are pushing for the top time here. So you might see some solid times out of both of them on this round. Voss definitely trying to move his time down. I believe Dickinson had... Yeah, he came way off the back straight. That put him too far out. Oh, Bear having an off, unfortunately, when he was on a very hot lap as well. He'll probably reset and give that another shot. Voss, meanwhile, you can see here, coming into 20. 3 great sections so far. We'll see if he can take that top spot. And he does. Barely. By about 0.8 of a second. 0.7, 0.8 of a second. But that is enough. That does put him at the top of the board for now. Very solid lap out of him. Hector, meanwhile, still sitting in third.
Chris, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Were you having some microphone issues?
We're not going to talk about it.
That's what she said?
I I think it tried to go to sleep.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Everything broke.
Neat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, then I guess it's a good thing that I was the one running the stream this evening.
Probably, yeah. It required a reboot and relaunch of everything.
Oh. Yeah, that was kind of major.
Yeah. Oh, it was catastrophic. I don't know what happened, but it was bad, okay?
Alrighty, so just under a minute remaining in qualifying. And, my God, Hector has managed to push his way up into first with a 207.6. Very solid, leaving Voss 0.425 seconds behind. And Dickinson 1.2 seconds behind. I think we'll have to ban both of them at this rate.
Ban hammer's warm, man.
Yep, got that thing ready. And just a little over 10 seconds remaining. So this will be it. If they're out on a lap, they really won't be getting any more in. Ooh, and at the last second there, Voss puts himself at a 207.6, just 634, just 0.009 seconds ahead of Hector. But Hector is still out there, still working on a lap. So he may manage to take the pole back, and same for Dickinson, who is now finishing up his lap, what'll be his last lap of qualifying. Ooh, and you can see there, Bear having a bit of a wobble coming out of 20. Whoa, up into third briefly, then down to fourth as Dickinson takes first with a 206.954. I mean, these guys are just splitting hairs at this point. So Bear will be on the second row if nothing else changes here. And we've got Dickinson, Voss, and Hector on the front row for the moment. We'll see if that's how it's actually going to shake out. I believe our last guy out on the track for the moment. I don't think the other guys are. I think the other guy's on autopilot. So I think our last one that's active right now is going to be Rocha here. We'll see if he can move his time down at all. It is not looking like it. So far, through every section, he's not managed to move his time down. So I think that's going to leave him solidly in sixth there. That will be enough for the second row, though. And that is it. That'll be the end of qualifying for Moto 2 at COTA on the Xbox. Dickinson manages to put himself up at first, so I guess we don't have to ban him. It's just between him and Voss there. Hector close behind. A great showing again from our wild card for the evening. Bear sitting in fourth. Got there at the last second there. Smacks in fifth. Rocha in sixth. That'll be on the second row. On your third row, that's going to be Key, Mertz, and Baird. And following up the rear, who was it we had back there? I guess we'll scroll down here in a moment and see. There we are. Bichon and Jay are going to be finishing out the lineup. So Jay clearly was practicing Moto 3 really hard. That's clearly what he's been getting good at. He'll be in here in Moto 2 tonight. I don't think we'll see quite the showing that we saw from him in the previous race. He was absolutely phenomenal in Moto 3. So we will start our 2 minutes for final setup. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Enjoying the show. It's not too bad a one this evening. Hopefully we will have ourselves another close race. definitely a track that I know and love. It's kind of a funny thing. When I moved down here to Austin, I figured, hey, I'll go to a GP race once or twice. Since we have GP here in town, I thought, okay, I'll do that once or twice. And all of a sudden, I find myself in this group of jackasses. It's like, oh, no, you can go out and ride this thing. Thought I'd be out there once a year. Now for the past 3-4 years, 3 years I've been here, I find myself, like, always out there for one reason or another. Love that place. Never thought it'd become one of my favorite places on the planet. Good track if you haven't done it before. Worth it if you ever get the chance to ride it. Just spend the money and do it. So we are waiting for final setup. Should be good here shortly. And for those who watched a little bit of last season and haven't seen GP20 this season, what you saw last season was GP19. In this one, they actually have to manage fuel. They have to manage a lot more about it. Tires actually have 3 different sections instead of just a generic wear rating. So there's a lot more that racers have to consider strategy-wise when they're making decisions. Yeah, the weather on Saturday, like I said, I wasn't out there this time because I don't own a jet ski. I was not interested in visiting Lake COTA. I like going to the track. Yes, Godspeed, Mr. Hayden. He will be missed. Alrighty, as we get ready to start up our second race of the evening, this is going to be Moto 2 at COTA on the Xbox. Hope y'all folks are ready for it. I sure am. And we are off out of the gates. Voss having a very, very nice launch, and Hector also. Wow, looks like a lot of the field managed to... Whoa, what happened to the physics engine? Holy crap! Okay, well, turn 1 turned not into a bowling alley, but an actual explosion. I have no idea what the hell just happened. So that'll leave Dickinson in first, Baird in second, Mertz in third, and everybody else in orbit. Wow. I don't even know what to say to that. All right, I guess it's going to be a very interesting race this time.
Okay, Chris, you got me?
Yes, I do. I assume you've been having to fix more issues?
Oh, fuck, dude. I restarted everything again, and it's still broken.
Well, the game was broken too. Everybody went exploding out of turn 1. You'll have to watch the footage later. Like, it was just a physics engine explosion.
Wait, like, that bad?
Oh, dude, no, like, literally, just bikes went flying past the camera. It just, like, shot off the track into space. I think they're going to have to recover it. Like, a lot of them aren't going to have yard sales. They're going to have orbital retrieval.
So, wait. Are they restarting the race? What's going on?
No, everybody's still going because the pack is actually somewhat close together.
So we're live right now. Okay.
Yes. All right. My co-commentator having a bit of an issue this evening. So right now, yeah, it is terrible. Yeah, it really did, dude. Tony, you have a correct assessment there. It was most definitely a bomb that went off.
I'll have to go back and
you'll love it
for sure.
You'll love it. It is absolutely horrendous.
I missed my bowling sound effect.
Oh, dude, you couldn't have used a bowling sound effect for that one. You needed a nuclear explosion. Oh, and Voss taken out twice. Oh man,
he's gonna get banned.
Yeah, it's gonna be done for him. So we've got Baird up front, Mertz just behind him, and Dickinson behind them. Only 3 seconds back off of first. Smacks a second back. Bichon about half a second back. The pack's still pretty close together despite the chaos we've had from Rex. The literal chaos that we've had from Rex. Breaking that immersion. Good job. Good job, Italians.
What they do?
They coded a game that sucks.
Oh, well,
I'm only nice to our sponsors. I'm not nice to the guys that write bad code.
sponsors. Yeah, I mean, I'm half broken at this point. I can't even hear the rest of race direction. So,
Well,
hey,
that
Hines,
is disappointing.
If you can hear this, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we unfortunately cannot hear you. So we can see here right now the view back from Mr. Baird up front. Looking very nice coming into turn 12 there. But the rest of the field definitely trying to catch up. And whoa, I don't know who that was, but they were super wide going through 12. But Baird looking very solid through the twistiest section of the course between 12 and 15. Being pursued aggressively by Dickinson, who loses it on Tower Corner. Just goes flying out.
Whoops.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he did wrong there, but boy, did he go flying. Unfortunately, I do not have his stream right now. It got a bit messed up for me. I'll see if I can bring it back and see if I can tell what happened to him, because that was bad. Oh, nope. His stream is just down, so we won't be able to pull the information and see if maybe he had tires going wrong or something. Not sure what happened to him. So looking at Voss here, middle of the pack, but he's now right behind Dickinson. Looks like I guess they'll be punching each other in the face to see who gets banned. Bear
I'm
just...
for a nut kicking contest.
No shame Bear for it. Bear sitting just out ahead of them. And Bear only about 0.1 to half a second off of Bichon in fourth. So the rest of our field is not decided by any stretch. Smacks sitting in third. Mertz in second still. Mertz having a good race here. Looks like he managed to find whatever he was missing during the last one. But the rest of the field is creeping up on him. Oh, and Smacks has managed to pass him at this point. You can see here the view from Smacks in second. First place nowhere to be seen, but he's not getting rid of Mertz so easily as they come into 12. Oh, normally it's actual reasons that we ban people. It's been a running gag this evening that Dickinson was calling for Voss to be banned if he didn't win. So
It's the problem when everybody kind of know, or the majority of our racers know each other personally.
yeah,
Just, you get some screwed up humor in there.
there is giving and receiving of shit all around.
You want a shit sandwich? You receive a shit sandwich.
Yes, that is what you get around here for Christmas. We don't put coal in your stocking.
Just a big old turd for
Just a big old turd. That is correct. So you can see the view here from Bear. Back in fifth currently. Watching Voss swing pretty wide. Giving Bear a moment to try and catch up to him. And out ahead of them, we have Mertz, Smacks, and Baird. I always have trouble making sure to distinguish between Bear and Baird when I say them.
Enunciate.
Enunciation. It is important.
She sells.
You already lost.
Yes. No.
So here we are on lap 4. Bear looking very solid coming into 6. And into 7, you can see Voss there all over Mertz. We'll get the onboard of Voss. Looks like he's got solid tire management, solid fuel management, so he can be pretty aggressive this late in the race. Oh, you can see here, this is actually kind of wound back on time because we're out of sync there. Slight touch. Doesn't seem to mess with people too much, and that is a clean pass there, coming over 10.
Yeah, that is a good pass.
He's going to have to be really careful coming into 11 to not lose what he just took, but he does manage to hold on to it. That was
Funny line, but it works.
Yep, it did. Well, it was that, oh shit, don't let me overrun line. He does.
He turned it a little early, but hey, it worked.
Yep, he does put him with a quarter-second time penalty from the touching. So he will have to stretch that lead out a lot. Whoa, Mertz!
No, jeez, that just happened on my screen.
Wow!
Mertz really wanted that position back.
Wow, dude. Was that a brake failure? Man, oh man. Tried a little too hard to have bigger balls and wound up just wrecking balling off the track.
We'll have to evaluate that one for sure. Voss definitely took a time penalty.
Yeah. And now that puts him back behind Bear and Dickinson. So he's going to have a hell of a fight to catch up. Bear, meanwhile, if he can do a good job, he can stay on the podium for this race. Ooh, that line on 20 was not so good. He started in a little too early. That almost...
doing that.
Yeah, it's a little bit too early for that turn. Ooh, and Voss drafting, tries to get the pass. Maybe he can get it on the brakes. Nah, he went a little too deep on him. And I think Bear will probably have him, coming through 2. Ooh, it's going to be a fight. Oh!
No, Bear went wide. He should not have gone wide there.
Yep.
He's almost able to tuck up under.
Yep, that was a rough line through the twisties. When somebody can almost get a pass on you, you're needing to tighten up your line through there.
Both of them were offline.
Yep.
The game's line is not 100% on this.
Yep. Ooh! Oh, that passed through 10. Jesus, that was whew. That's his second good pass through there.
Yours. What the heck? Today's not my day for tech, and Rocha takes a spill.
Oh, how disappointing.
Turn 11. Turn 11.
So you can see here, Voss now trying to chase down Dickinson, who has managed to close. Baird at one point had pushed out to, I believe, about a 3-second lead over the field. Maybe longer, and now he finds himself only a half a second ahead of Dickinson. Oh, Mertz goes down. Man, after being at, I believe, first, maybe second at one point in the race, he now finds himself back in 10th on the penultimate lap. So I don't think he's going to have... I know, right? I'm not missing him tonight. And so we will find out which guy we're banning. Oh, man. Dickinson managing to get the pass, starting the final lap. But not making it stick.
I'm actually going to be a member of Race Direction.
Oh, okay. Is that how it's going to work? Are we done with Hines?
Yep.
So, looking like Dickinson managing to hold on to it this time. His first pass was not so much. Oh, man. Baird's lines through the twisties looking really rough. Ooh, and out of 6, you can see he just can't get the bike to stick. Voss, on the other hand, can. And manages to slip through. Good God, coming up the hill, now starting down through 10. And he is trying to chase Dickinson down. It might happen.
Now, a problem we're going to see here. Look at that fuel.
Yeah, he is right at it. He's been doing that every race. He has had that fuel just barely there, which it'll put us back a little bit on the lap, but I'll go ahead and show folks what we're seeing here from Voss's perspective. You can see he's got probably enough fuel to make this. He has been really good on fuel management so far. Like, he's been the guy that I always see him running out as he hits the finish line, which is pretty much what you want to be doing.
Oh, interesting line through 15 there. That's going to lose him a lot of time.
And currently, Voss showing
Craig's gone.
Voss showing half a second penalty. Dickinson taking off out of 15. Yeah, it looks like. Oh no, and Jay having an off. That's going to probably. Oh, nope, doesn't put him at the back, but that ain't going to help him catch up any.
I think our streams are very unsynced at this point.
Yep, so I am right now watching. We are coming into turn 20. And Dickinson takes it. Voss is going to find himself in second. And Bear manages to take third, barely. Just by a hair.
But
And like, as always, we have Bear and Baird right next to each other because these two like to make it difficult for me to commentate.
could y'all spread out, please?
Yeah, would
Please.
you stop that, you pair of assholes?
Somebody go faster or somebody go slower. I don't care. Just make it happen.
Yeah. All right, so we'll have to see how it looks after penalties are applied because I did see some on Voss. So we'll see once they've accepted that.
He had about half a second.
Yeah, he had about half a second, so I think he's going to be okay there. But I'm not sure how many penalties Dickinson had, and he's only 1.3 seconds ahead. You appear to have a dog barking, sir.
I have a computer that doesn't work. I got a barking dog.
It's all broken. So
My
that
life
is
broken.
That will actually be the standings. Looks like we're going to have Dickinson up front. Voss in second. Bear manages to take himself a podium with third. That'll be his first of the evening. Baird can't quite make it happen at the last second. That puts him in fourth. Hector in fifth. Smacks in sixth. Bichon in seventh. Mertz in eighth. Jay in ninth. Rocha in 10th. And Key bringing up the rear. So that'll be it for Moto 2. We're going to take a brief break. We will be back in 10 minutes. And that will start our last qualifying of the evening. That will be MotoGP at COTA on the Xbox. So please stick around to watch that. And
Do you guys feel that barometric pressure dropping?
oh no, it might be time for some rain. Our guys might find GP just a bit wet out here at Lake COTA.
I hope y'all brought your race boats.
Thanks again this evening to our sponsors. That'll be Woods Cycle Country, Moto Orangutan, Motool, Mass Motorsports, and South Central Race Center for their awesome gifts that they have donated for our guys this year. We've got a lot of cool things for everybody. I know Mass is given like gloves. Woods was given a helmet, I believe.
Helmet, jacket, and gloves.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, they're giving a bunch of good stuff. South Central Race Center was once donated some Pirelli Track Day tires. So, yeah, it's some awesome prizes this evening, especially if you're a guy that really rides along with doing this stuff. Maybe at some point we'll get some nerd prizes too sometime in the future, but for now it's actual riding stuff because a lot of these guys actually do ride track. But anyway, thanks for watching. We will be back shortly. Y'all stick around.
And we are back. About to start our last race of the evening. How y'all folks doing tonight?
God, dog.
Why is your dog making so much noise back there?
He's wrecking the house.
Tell him to knock it off.
He doesn't know how big he is.
Little jerk.
Yeah, seriously. You say that to his face, you monster.
I certainly will. Say it right to his harmless, fuzzy face.
His
And
fuzzy face. You hear that, Krieger? He's
Yes.
insulting you.
he don't care.
No, he really doesn't. He gives less than half a shit.
I'm a dog. Wolf.
Exactly. If only he knew speak. Wow, these load times, they work a lot like my computer.
Yeah, it's a little bit slow.
So I figured out what my issue was before I did the second restart.
Huh?
Windows decided to start installing updates.
Oh, that's always nice of it.
Yeah, thanks Windows Update.
Might want to get better at dealing with computers there, sir.
Hey, man. I use it for like two things. Browsing Amazon and this.
He says Amazon, but what he meant was midget porn.
Yes, onlyfans.midget.co.uk.
Hey, there we go. So, here we are on a very, very wet COTA. Everybody got practice at it this weekend. We might as well make it not go to waste.
We're showing our racers the WAP, the wet-ass pavement.
Yes.
Oh, squiggly.
Yeah, the wet-ass pavement will make that tail move around just a bit.
You know, we figured we'd take the toughest race class and make it a little tougher.
Yeah, make it more fun, more exciting.
Exciting. God, we would be good at marketing.
See? You gotta learn to just phrase these things correctly.
Ooh, you see that tail slide on 80s?
Yes, there is a lot of tail sliding from a lot of people. It is going to be a lot of that, I suspect. Whoa, that tail out a little more into 8 and through 9.
Sir, the back tire stays behind the front.
No, it doesn't. Not today. The best passing opportunity you've got is the throttle to put your rear passing your front. Ooh, and he can't quite stick 11 there.
Whoops.
Looking at it from Voss's perspective, obviously having decent races on the last two.
You know, the Italians can make this raindrop on the lens effect work, but that's about it.
Yeah, well, they can also make that permanently seeing the starting lights on the race director work as well.
Did you notice on the last stream we were watching there was a white dot that would appear in the middle of the screen occasionally? Quality.
I wasn't paying that much attention.
Yeah.
I've learned to stop expecting good things out of them.
When I see effects like this, it occasionally gives me little glimmers of hope.
No.
And then it is torn away from me.
No. Ooh, Voss looking very, very wide. That is the World Tour line through 13 and 14. And 15, he's out there giving a wave to the Cheshire pit.
Don't take his rocks, man. He gets real pissed when you take his
Yeah,
rocks.
he gets angry about that. That's his Zen garden. That's his place of meditation. He and his bike lay down there and think about the world.
Sometimes he needs a Kawasaki to quite get to that meditation,
Yeah.
but it happens.
Yeah. They assist him. Hey, Zen meditation is a Japanese thing. Clearly his Italian bike ain't going to help him do it.
So, you know what I want to see in the GP 2021 game?
What's that?
The helicopter. Give me the dang helicopter. I'm going to fly that thing around and get all the angles for us. It'll be great.
I'm going to fly the helicopter in and wreck it on the track. It'll be amazing.
Dude, did you make it out the GP last year?
Yes, I did.
I think I spent about as much time watching the bikes as I did the helicopter.
I don't think I paid attention to it at all.
It was some pretty amazing flying. The camera copter, dude knows what he's doing. I'll put it that way.
I mean, if it's going to be a professional sporting event, I suspect they aren't going to go, hey, y'all know my brother can fly a helicopter? I mean, he ain't got a very nice one. He kind of sucks at it, but he's cheap.
Cletus, get the copter.
Cletus, get that lawn chair you strapped a blade to. Let's get it up there. Oh! Voss having it down there in 20.
Oops.
That's not exactly how you want to do it. 10.5 minutes remaining, and Hines has put down a 2:08.5 in the wet.
In the WAP.
In the WAP. On the WAP.
There's that white dot. Watch directly in the center of the screen.
I don't want to. I'm not going to. I reject your reality and replace it with my own. I'm going to pretend this game is bug-free.
Maybe I'm just having a stroke. I'm just trying to verify.
Yeah, I smell toast. Am I having a stroke?
There's the dot again.
See? Look at you. You're seeing things.
Dot. There's like a billion dots.
Well, that's rain.
Okay,
that's rain hitting,
you can't
sir.
tell me you didn't see those.
That's rain hitting, sir. Y'all wanted rain. You got rain.
Okay, from the other angles, it looks like a raindrop. This is literally a Microsoft Paint circle.
Yeah,
they took the little spray can effect and went...
That's the rain effect screwing up. That's the rain effect messing up, sir. That's what you've got. Welcome to it.
Okay, Philip sees the white dot. Thank you, Philip. Holy shit. You're about to hear my head hit the desk every time there's a dot.
Oh, boy.
Well, back to racing.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, clearly that's the thing we should be focusing on. The thing that'll drive you nuts.
We only have 2 laps in, or 2 times in, so...
You can see here, Hines, one of our 2 guys that's actually put down a lap. Mertz put down the other one 10 seconds behind him. Ooh, but Mac, good to see him out here this evening, puts down 1.3 seconds off of Hines' time. Mac always solid whenever we've had him show up. I've forgotten, is he I don't think he's a wild card. I think he just does GP.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out of California.
Yep. He's always solid on GP, too. It is always good to see him here.
Hey, he's a Californian. Don't give him too much credit for anything.
We'll give him full credit when he leaves that godforsaken hellhole.
He's got to at least make a hop to a different state first. I mean, he's a cool guy, but I'm tired of accepting these California transplants.
Oh, Hector having himself a bit of an off. Looking like he's going to have...
Should have used the Motec system exhaust for the weight reduction.
Oh, God. Shit again.
It's coming around.
What are you talking about, Motec? I always use Tochi, Toka, whatever you call it. The one that
I
all
think
the
you're making up
squids like.
words now.
I always call it something different because it's a shitty exhaust. It needs to be called something different.
Oh, are you trying to say Toast?
Tochi.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and open that and
it doesn't
pretend you didn't pronounce it like that.
It doesn't deserve to be pronounced correctly, sir. When it learns to run with the big boys.
Here's the thing that gets me about it. This is gonna get some egg on my face right now, but I'm gonna say it. The quad undertail for the R1 is like my favorite exhaust on that generation of bike aesthetically.
Uh-oh. Now you're never going to hear the end of it.
However, I certainly understand that it is garbage for anything other than the aesthetics that I like.
Oh!
That's disappointment.
And Smacks goes right over the handlebars. I think that was
Oops.
coming. Yeah, that was coming into 12. He just went completely over the handlebars, overdid it on the brakes, and that was it for him.
What bike's he on?
I believe he's on the KTM. Yep, he's on the KTM, which this year has not been bad, strangely enough.
No, it's weird. I can't give my KTM fanboys nearly as much of a hard time.
No, you just have to give all the shit you give to them to Cowie's.
I was thinking Aprilia, but Cowie works too.
Aprilia is not a bad one to do it with.
He's
Dear
having a
God.
stroke. Yes, I am.
Yes.
Rescue me. Call 911.
Call 911.
Amber lamps.
Is that how it works?
Yes.
Get the amber lamps. Yes,
I gotta
sir.
send you. I'll post it up on our. Since I'm referencing it, I'll post it up on our Facebook group as well. It's a clip of some guy crashing the hell out of an ATV,
Yeah.
and the guy's like, "Call 911. He needs amber lamps."
They need the amber lamps.
It's hilarious.
That's when you know that you're having a problem, when you've forgotten what the number is for 911.
Yeah, call 911.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. I'm
God.
gonna clip right now.
Oh, wow. Voss having it off there in 12. A lot of people having trouble with 12. Of course, I mean, you're talking about doing a dead sprint in the rain. Ooh, you can see there, Bear swinging it very wide. I suspect that's what's been causing a lot of people to invalidate laps, is the fact that you come screaming down the straight and the brakes just don't do what you expect them to do.
It's weird. That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah, the dot thing that y'all are seeing, I am pretty sure that's the rain effect failing. For some reason, it only
Look,
seems to
I'm
be failing
certain-
on. It only seems to be failing on Tony's Xbox too. I don't know why.
It's the McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Oh my god, I ain't blaming that on the Wi-Fi. I'm blaming that on the actual machine.
Nah. McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Speaking of Max, Mac Argo sitting there in second, but shows a first section that is a group best. So, oh, no, his second section does not manage to do it again. So I don't know that we'll see him manage to catch up to first. Meanwhile, the rest of the field has yet to settle a lap. It looks like we've got Rocha might manage to do so. Nope. I think that got invalidated on him. Might have gone back into the pits. So we are looking at 3 minutes remaining in qualifying, as most of our
I found
field
the
has
video.
yet to set a time. Y'all seem to have made it, so they're having trouble putting them times down.
Hey, man, I'm just here for good racing.
We'll see if we can get it at a lake.
Look, man, drag boats are cool, okay? I'm just trying to involve more sports. That's all.
Yeah, do you even want to stretch on your boat?
Man, I know you've seen those river boats in Asia that they swap the ridiculous motors into with the straight shaft drive.
Oh my god. Those look like nothing but a bad idea. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd ride in one, but they still look like a bad idea. So, a minute 45 remaining in qualifying. We'll see if everybody can put down some times here. Hines, meanwhile, still sitting at the top of the board with that 2:08.5. Mac 1.3 seconds behind. Mertz 10.5 behind that. That puts them all up on the front row. I suspect what we're going to have is everybody's just going to have to back off the throttle coming down the straights. Oh, and we switch over to Golden Stream just in time to watch Key eat it right in front of him coming into 15. look at that tail around Tower Corner, just all over the place. Manages to hold it together through 19. His lap, unfortunately, is invalidated for the moment. So he will get a shot at one more lap. That'll be it for the evening. And Baird having it off. Dickinson having it off, and I believe Voss had one around the same time as well. So a lot of folks having trouble getting times in there. Bichon manages to put himself 5.5 seconds back off of Hines. Mack brings himself to within 0.170 seconds. But just can't quite make it happen. We'll see. He's got one more lap. Bear, unfortunately, has it off, and time is over for qualifying, so I don't think he'll manage to get a time in.
Well, this grid will be interesting.
Yep.
Anybody mad about the rain can directly blame me. I pushed for it.
Something wrong with you, son.
I like chaos. I lacked it today. A Bear's got a good chance to set the time here.
He does. We'll see what he can do with it.
He just gotta be
Ooh.
consistent. Bye, Mertz.
Golden having it off. Yep. Mertz, unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get a chance to put down another time. Ooh, Mac! Really gets hard on the brakes, lets the tail slide, winds up wrecking right behind Dickinson.
Fortunately, he already had a time down.
Yep. A solid one, too. And he still is in second at the moment. We'll see what happens once Dickinson, who's now showing group best for all three sections he's been through so far. It's going to be a matter of how well he can do through Tower Corner and finishing up the track.
Cheats, wall hacks.
Oh, Bear has another off. Unfortunately, I think that is going to rule him out for setting a time there. Yep, I think that's going to be it for him. So we've got Dickinson out on the track. He is the last one to turn in a time there. Yep, and he manages to put himself at the top of the field. Not bad. Not bad at all. So you'll have Dickinson, Hines, Mack going to be on your front row. Bichon, Mertz, and Baird on your second row. Key, Bear, and Voss on your third row. Voss does not put down a time. I'm sure Dickinson giving him hell in chat for that.
Banned.
It's a banned. Hell banned. Don't come back ever. And Rocha and Smack's going to round out the pack at the rear. So that'll be your standings coming into our final race of the evening. This will be GP at COTA on the Xbox.
They've even got the kart track in that photo. How kind of them.
You mean the only race that you've won out there?
I win every track day I attend, sir.
You keep telling yourself that.
I've got the trophies to prove it.
We do still have that goofy-ass trophy from ASO, don't we? I forgot what it said.
That was second track place losers or something like that.
Yeah, it was pink.
Yeah, so the backstory on that is one of our awesome vendors in the Austin area showed up with a trophy for first place for them and a second place trophy for our group. It was pretty fantastic.
Oh, God.
I am seeing some extremely low fuel setups being done here.
Yeah, I would suspect since they're all going to be down on power, they're going to go real easy on the fuel.
Well, I'm talking 3 laps, some of them.
Yeah, I'm betting they're expecting to run a low enough power setting that they don't need that much.
Watch this turn 1 be cleaner.
It might. Well, like I said, the last one, the physics system decided that literally shooting people to the moon was how to solve the problem of an impact.
Man, that's how I ride.
Not to this level. It was the kind of thing that would make you proud.
You don't know me.
You just ain't seen it yet, sir.
I'm looking forward to it as I stuff my face.
Yeah. Nice job there, Chipmunk Cheeks.
Yeah, well. I'm fat, what can I say?
I'm fat. Fatty has to eat. And we are just about to start. Looks like everybody's finished setup and we are ready to go. This will be our last race of the evening. This will be GP at COTA on the Xbox. Hope y'all are ready. In the rain, this will be interesting at the very least.
Y'all are welcome.
You ruin everything you touch, Nick. You ruin everything you touch.
Absolutely purposely.
Mertz managing to grab an early lead there into turn 1. Hines managing to hold some strong aggression. We watched Bichon and... Oh, I didn't see who else that was. Ooh, and Dickinson now at the back of the pack. You can see there Hines getting a nice early lead. That tail flying out through a lot of the turns. You're going to see a lot of folks wobbling around a bunch in this wet. Rocha managing to put himself up into second, competing with Voss. Rocha very, very wide through 6. Manages to come back into the line on 7, but Voss goes ahead and takes advantage of his mistake. And Baird has an off. Ooh, Dickinson having an off as well. Mertz having an off as well. Lots of wrecks in the rain.
Voss is taking these boys to school on the line.
That he is. He's holding a very solid line despite it being very wet.
I disagree with the game's decision there, and he followed the game's line. Oh well.
Meanwhile, the field shuffling a lot back behind the lead. Key sitting in third. You can see Voss there overshoots 12 big time. A lot of people were doing that in practice or in qualifying.
He did it the safe way, though. He knew he wasn't going to make the corner. He picked the back wheel up and he went wide instead of tucking the front.
Yeah.
Good race move.
Yeah, better to keep the bike up. He's going to be pretty wide around Tower Corner coming into it, but he manages to clean it up decently well, finishing the corner. Not too bad through there. Does manage to pick up some speed. Holds. Ooh, tail way out in 19. But manages to get it back in. Lifts the tail, trying to brake for 20. That's going to cost him some time there.
That was a big drive out point that he missed.
Yep.
That sucks.
He definitely did. Oh, and Voss, just as I cut away from him, tosses it in turn 1.
He had a pretty good low side there.
Yep, tossed it in turn 1 and smacks. Winds up taking his position there briefly.
Well, they're back just like, he's got to fight now.
Yep, he is going to have to fight with Smacks for everything. Hines, meanwhile, just continues to just plow out ahead of the group.
Racers, what the hell? If Hines wins, we have to shut the whole organization down. Like,
look at it from Smack's perspective here. You can see him following Voss on the back straight.
Super wide?
I did not see exactly. Hell, I assume it's basically everybody going super wide this evening. It is hard to keep it in when it's this wet. Ooh, very, very wide out of 12 for Smacks. He's trying to come up on... Ooh, trying to catch up to Voss.
It's a bad line for 14. He's going to run. It's going to push him wide here.
Yep.
He slowed down instead.
Yep, he is. Yep, there it is. Very, very wide in 15, but manages to hold it in. And this
Good checking. Good checking.
Yep. Good time to look for it. And there is a lot of the pack right behind him.
No pressure or anything.
Yeah, none whatsoever. You've basically got half a second between everybody that's right behind him. There's about 4 or 5 of the pack.
Ooh.
You can see there. Oh, wow, wow! Bichon, and I didn't see the other one go flying out of 20.
We were discussing earlier, 20 is a really tough corner.
Yep, and all these hard braking points that you have on this track, all of them are very rough in the wet.
Nah, man. ABS.
ABS, yeah. Just grab a handful. It won't make a difference. ABS will make it up for you.
For that viewer that doesn't hear the sarcastic undertones, I'm well aware that they don't use ABS.
So, looking like Voss is managing to finally start stretching things out on Golden here. So, it's going to be a fight for third at this point, unless Voss makes a mistake. Oh, wow, that passing speed by Mac. Just comes.
Yeah, I was going to say Willie hold it, but he sure did.
He did. He came absolutely flying by and has managed to hold on to it quite well.
He's riding like he rides a Hun. Wonder why.
And meanwhile, Dickinson has managed to finally catch up to podium range, and there he goes, passing under Smacks, coming into 12. Ooh, very rough through the. Yeah, that was kind of scary to watch there. Very close to each other, coming through the double apex. Now starting Tower Corner.
My favorite.
Yeah, Dickinson's starting it out. He is starting to stretch it out on Golden as well. So it's looking like you're gonna wind up with Voss, Mac, and Dickinson all crammed together there, competing for second, third, and fourth. At the rate they're going, they're gonna bring that group together pretty quick here, I think.
This group is incredibly competitive in the rain.
Yeah, I mean this is a bit of a fight here. It's not like they're all sitting back and going, "Oh well, it's the rain. I can't really do anything about it." No, they're still just going to chase each other down.
Oh man, there's that Motul hat on the line. Don't want to give that up. That was not sarcasm, by the way. I want that damn hat.
You like it? I haven't seen it yet.
It's it's not just that it's a cool hat, right? It's simple, it's classic, it's kind of what I like. It's how exclusive it is. Something like only 40 made, and we have 2 or 3 of them to give out.
Oh, nice. I was not aware of that.
Yeah. It was originally made for GP this year. So it's even got like a cool story of why it exists and why it didn't get distributed to the correct people.
Right.
Damn you, racers.
Lucky. Oh, and Voss very wide out of 11, which is going to kill his drive out. And my God, Mac taking advantage of it, flies past him on the straight.
Let's see what on the brakes looks like.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do here. It's going to be really hard to have a braking race in the wet here, but both of them with a solid line out of 12. That's probably one of the best I've seen this evening for this wet track.
Yeah, that was tidy.
Not too bad a line choice through the double apex, but Lord Almighty. Smack's letting him know that he is still there. Excuse me, that was Dickinson. Letting him know he is still there. Yep. Oh, man. This is going to be aggressive. Yep, it is going to be an aggressive remainder of the race. As I figured, these three have just packed it up into a tiny group, and now it's just going to be a fight between these three for the podium.
Pro tip, don't crash.
Yep, especially with Hines as far out ahead as he is. You got to be crossing your fingers he'll make mistakes now. He is almost 20 seconds ahead of the pack.
I don't think we fed him enough tequila tonight.
Yeah, and we should have gotten him a little more drunk beforehand. Made this White more Claw? Of a contest.
Or tequila?
You know what? I think White Claw.
Why not both? Add tequila to White Claw.
It's because he deserves White Claw. He should suffer.
Oh, Hines did crash.
Oh, my.
Hines let it go in. Oh, my God. He's in 11, though. He is really far ahead.
Yeah, I don't think they'll manage to close that much on him.
No.
We're still showing an 18-second lead, so he didn't lose that much time.
Down to...
13 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
About 13 and a half. So he lost 5 seconds, but that's still... Oh, no! Dickinson has an off.
Oh.
Out of 10.
Just down the side there. Wow.
He lost it out of 10. I guess coming off the top, he must have lost the front end or something, and that was it. He's off to the side of the track. Voss capitalizes on it. Mack ain't caught up in the same mess. So now it's looking like unless Dickinson can have an absolutely amazing last couple of laps here,
Don't forget the possibility of other racers crashing as well.
It is possible. It is. It absolutely is. And I mean, Voss's lines here are looking a little rough. He's definitely hit the rumble strips a little harder than he should have at a couple of points.
Yeah, I think he's working hard for it. Hines crashed again. 20.
Oh, my. Yep.
That's 8 seconds from the cargo.
Wow. He better be careful. You could lose it now if you continue making mistakes like that.
It is his race to lose for sure.
Yep, absolutely. Voss looking good through 20, a little bit tight.
Oh,
yep,
and Bear taps Rocha in the back tire. That was interesting.
What do we have here? We have Mr. Bear back here fighting Rocha as we start our penultimate lap. Look at that, 3 for 3.
I'm proud of you, sir.
I know, right? I've gotten kind of good at this. Actually, it's cheating. I just know this track pretty well.
Yeah, we're on easy mode for commentary today. We've both got tons of actual laps on this track.
Ooh, as Rocha lets his line get a bit too loose through the chicanes, and Bear goes ahead and takes the place.
You know, I would actually say Rocha's line was better there if he had kept the momentum up and give you a better drive through. Yeah. He might have left off when he saw Bear coming through, though.
Bear actually having a decent lap, though. Not looking too shabby.
Hines is running hard. He's brought that gap back up another 2 seconds.
That is hard to do in the rain. So Bear now sitting 1.5 seconds back off of Golden, and that's probably all he's going to be able to get if he can catch him, as it's another 12 seconds up to Voss out ahead. Oh, and Bear looking like he got a little too anxious, messed up his timing, and flew wide out of 12.
Hey, wide's going to be okay. It's much better than a crash there. A crash would be horrible.
It is, but you do get a time penalty for that.
Screwed up now.
Yep. You do get a time penalty for it as well. He's sitting at almost a second of penalties at the moment.
That's a lot. That is a considerable amount.
Yep. Which means if he passes Golden, he's going to have to really get out ahead of him to hold the place.
I'd be more worried about who's behind me with a second of penalties on the board.
Yep. So we can see here, Voss still trying to chase down Mack, who is doing a good job of holding him off.
Oh,
And-
careful. It's the last corner. Don't bend it there.
Yep, we are starting the last lap. Hines, meanwhile, out at 11 and a half seconds ahead of second place. It is definitely still on him to win or lose this race.
He's brought that up to 12 seconds. He is moving.
Yep, he's doing a good job setting an aggressive pace. Oh, Key having an off there, unfortunately. That's going to leave him way back. That's going to put his last place pretty much solid. Well, you can see Voss here, tail kind of all over the place.
Nah, man, it's a drift event.
Yeah,
Be cool.
yeah, it's good. It'll work out fine. Over the top of 10, my God. Floating it over the top of 10 with the tail out. What could go wrong? Oh, no! Dickinson has an off. And Voss passes him and is now chasing down Mack.
Textbook right there.
Yep, that
Push
was...
him until he makes a mistake.
That was a big mistake at 11, and that's going to cost a podium for
That
Dickinson.
hurts.
Yep. I guess we have to ban him now. Unless Voss makes a mistake here, which, hey, since we're watching him, maybe he will.
Look, we've been talking about this man a lot. He's been pretty tight.
He has been solid.
He's
So-
not Bear. If we mentioned Bear, he goes for a ride.
So there we go. Hines takes first. Finishes with a dominant first out there. Believe we've got Mack taking second. You can see here Voss coming down the final straight. Dickinson catching up to him at 20. Slips up under him. It's going to be a drag race to the finish. No, Dickinson takes it at the very last second. Wow, dude. Barely manages to get on the podium. That was very close. We'll see how it looks after penalties for both of them have to get applied.
That's
Boy,
racing
that was
right there.
That was a last second pass. And it does stick after penalties. So that'll be Hines taking first, Max second. Dickinson with a very last second third place. Voss finds himself off the podium. Bear in fifth. It was a good fight, but he just couldn't. He managed to get ahead of Golden, which is good. I was wondering if he'd be able to do it. Golden finds himself in sixth. Rocha seventh. Mertz. I can't say his name tonight. Mertz in eighth. Bichon in ninth. Baird in 10th. And Key going to round out the pack in 11th. So
Bear,
that'll,
thank you for splitting up.
yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate this time. So that'll be it for the evening, folks. Thanks for watching. It was actually a pretty good evening of racing, I have to say.
Oh, it was a fantastic night. I mean, we always love COTA, right? Kind of our home track type deal. We actually get to ride it. We know it well, and I feel a lot of the racers are the same.
Yeah.
Fantastic track to watch on. In fact, I think we put on a better show than GP last year out here.
I know, right? It's definitely a lot of fun. So, thanks to all of our racers. Thanks to everybody for watching. We really appreciate you. Thanks to our sponsors again. It'll be Moto Rangatang, one of our local gear dealer folks. We've got Motool, the oil guys, and whatever else. What all is it? Just oil and petroleum stuff they do? I don't even know.
Don't make me lie.
Mass Motorsports. If you're looking for a good suit to wear for racing at the track, they're good to talk to. South Central Race Center, for those of you that need some tires. Hutch, who occasionally is one of our racers, is the guy that brought in Pirelli tires for us. And Woods Cycle Country, sponsoring with some nice gear as well. All of our racers pushing to try and take those prizes this season. So, next week, oh my God, where are we at next week? I have completely forgotten. This is how useless I am at this gig.
Yeah, but we will be back next week on Monday. So be
Jerez.
here, same time, same channel. It's Jerez next week? All right, that'll work. Thank you, Heinz. So next week is Jerez. We will see you there. Hope you'll join us. And for those that kind of joined this week, I know Philip here was talking about wanting to wild card with us. If there are any openings next week and you can get in there, man, welcome. Thanks for joining. We will see you all next time.